Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to be doing another full review episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. Always good to see a new face. Let me pour you a drink, shall I? All my returning viewers, you know, I will pour you a drink. So let's just go ahead. So today's full review episode is going to be the Evan Williams. Sorry, I had to get that down. Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This is called the Green Label, charcoal filtered, genuine sour mash. So let's go ahead and get a little closer. Let's get a little more intimate, shall we? 40% alcohol by volume, distilled in Kentucky, bottled by the old Evan Williams Distillery. Is it really called the old Evan Williams? Is there a new one? I don't know. It's in Bardstown, Kentucky. 40% alcohol by volume. I'm just going to stop right there for just a second. That's 1783 by Evan Williams. For under 20 bucks is a good. You try it. If you haven't tried it, that's a high recommendation from Mr. Randy. The Evan Williams 1783 has a yearly release that's called the Heroes Edition. So 2025's Hero Edition was one that kind of threw me for a loop because I could have bought more of those bottles, but part of me was like, nah, don't be stingy, Scrooge. I should have definitely been a little bit more stingier. But I do have a bottle of that. Oh, you know what? And I just slipped. I just slipped a little bit. This one's very easy. This one's very easy to drink. Yeah, hold on just a second. And my nose started running. Okay, so excuse me, sir. Just for a moment. So, as I was speaking of, the Evan Williams 1783 Small Batch American Hero Edition 2025 Annual Release, 90 proof. This one, if you haven't seen the full, go watch the full video on this one. If you're interested in Evan Williams and you love Heaven Hill products, this is definitely one to go have a look at. I'm just going to give you a chance to pause right there. If you want to go ahead and pause it and read it. We're going to put you gently to the side, sir. Thank you very much. We're going to come back to this one. Y'all need to be careful with this one. This one, it comes in at 80 proof, but don't let that fool you. It's a very easy drinker. All transparency, I did drink the first half of this bottle in one evening. I'm not trying to boast about it or anything. It's just, that's how easy it went. And it's not just because it's 80 proof. It's well balanced, well rounded, and it was $12, was it not? It was $12. I didn't have the notes pulled up yet, so let me just whip right through here. Where are you? Green Label. Here you are. Let's go. Open up. Here we go. Evan Williams Green Label, 4 years. Their mash bill is 78% corn, 12% rye, 10% malted barley. That is Mr. Randy's jam. I feel like this is deja vu. Anywho, you ever get deja vu? I used to do some precog in my earlier years. It hasn't happened that quite often as of yet, but I just had that one. Sour batch, which means it's a bit smoother. So with the sour batch, what it is that they reuse that mash bill again, maybe a time or two, and then it sort of softens and smooths it out. And it's a lot, like I said, that's how easy it is to drink. So, as we already said, it's a Heaven Hill product. We're going to move on. So Mr. Randy does a 3-part series in his reviews for all the new people. Off the rip, get it home, crack it open, have my first pour. Share my first impression with you because that's what we do. Full review, second episode number 2. We drink it down halfway. That's where we're at today. We get it down here. We put the cap back on it. We leave it alone for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. Let it off gas. Let it open up. Let it breathe, if you will. And that way, sometimes, especially with the higher proofs, all the flavors and the compounds and everything can be all tightened up like a fist. But after time, they start to loosen up into a wave. Hey. Anyways, while the bottle's sitting on the shelf, I'm going to sit on my butt. I'm going to do some work on the internet, the old wild world web. It's crazy out there, y'all. So I'll find out what I can. Next to nothing on this one, except for a few key details that I've already given. And then, yeah, we come back. I talk about it. I score it. Continue to drink it because part 3, final pour episode. I'm salivating. I want this pour. Final pour, thus the name. We'll take that final pour compared to the first pour off the rip and everything in between. $12. $12. I got this for $12.02. $12.02. I saw this on the shelf and I was like, man, I don't think I've done this one. I looked at the price and I said, well, we're doing it now. On the nose. The nosing has taken a step, almost, I would say almost 2 steps down since off the rip. But like I said, in all transparency, that cap, after I did an off the rip video here, and then I went outside and sat on the patio, that cap didn't go back on. That cap did not go back on till we reached that halfway mark. And I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna put that back on there and put a stop to that. Very easy drinker, very easy. Too easy, too easy. Like I said, the nose has taken a bit of a dive, but you know, let's go ahead and get on the palate and see what's still there. Now I do remember during the off the rip video, and it didn't really hit me the same way as any other Evan Williams. I was coming off of the one of the videos previously, the Evan Williams American commemorative 250. It was not the single barrel. It was a 86, which was more than this. But I don't know. It's really weird. That Evan Williams commemorative 250, I don't even know what it really is, but it's not what people were saying, or I didn't get what people were talking about. I didn't see the single barrel 117.76 proof. Yeah, that one. No, I got that. I don't know what that was. Disappointing is what it was. So I was kind of disappointed at Evan Williams for doing that and not making it very clear that there were 2 distinctive labels. Evan Williams did me dirty. Did me dirty. Let's go ahead and do the second one on and keep on moving. Well, it's not an expensive one, but it's an inexpensive bourbon. Yeah, on the palate, it's not a lot going on here. Not anywhere near what I remember it from that evening. Like I said, what I did off the rip, I wasn't too impressed. I was kind of worried. I was already let down by that other bottle, and I'm thinking, man. But then after I got things squared away, and I could go and sit out on the porch and listen to the noise, sun go down. It was nice. Yes, me and Evan here, we got to know each other relatively well that evening. And by the end of that evening, I was like, dang, I drank half of that. And it was easy. It was very easy. It's too easy. Be careful. If you get this bottle, you be careful. Because it'll go fast. It'll go faster than you realize. I'm getting a little bit of gum and tiniest bit of cheek with a very tiniest bit of back end. It's I don't know, it's weird. I guess I'm gonna have to compare this to that other bottle we were just mentioning, that 250 commemorative, whatever it was. It seems like this is definitely, I don't want to say it got weaker, but it definitely lost amount of strength. That it's significant. It's highly detectable. All right, so I guess we just go ahead and move on. We'll put a pin in that. If for some reason you like that video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It's actually doing me a favor, but do yourself a favor. If you like the videos and you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So we got a little bit of liveliness in this finish. Maybe it just needed some agitation or something, you know? Maybe it just kind of went flat because the cap was off of it for so long. Maybe it just off-gassed a little too much. As I said, that's only happened to me, I think, twice. And both of the time, they've been relatively lower proofs and relatively well balanced and well rounded. It's a good whiskey. Now I'm getting more gums, cheeks, a little bit on the roof of the mouth, and everything's pumped up a little bit. So maybe it just needed some agitation, because that bottle didn't get a whole lot of touching since it sat. Maybe you just needed to wake it up. Wake up, Evan, wake up. It's time to do a video. So now I'm still getting pretty good amount in the gums. It's not horrible. It's not horrible. Even with that little bit of spice up we just had there, it's not horrible. It's just, I don't know what happened. On that first half of that bottle, it was just so much better. But like I said, maybe because it was off gassing as I just kept, I didn't put that lid back on there. That, oh my goodness. We got to move on. Let's put a score on the Shelly. I don't remember what I gave that commemorative 250 BS bottle, whatever the heck it was, but I know it was low. This one's going to get a... I'm torn because I know it was me. It wasn't the bottle. It was me. So I'm going to give it an extra point for that. It's for my fault. Because I left that cap off the entire evening for like, I don't know, 4 hours. 4, maybe 5 that evening. And yeah, so I'm pretty sure that had plenty of time to off gas and escape, because the agitation that night was off and on for a handful of hours. So I'm gonna say that's my fault. I may come back around to this later down the line, like we did in earlier 2026 when I did some revisiting videos. We might do a revisiting of this. I'll make a mental note, maybe even write it down somewhere to give this one a try again, just to see if it was me or if it was it. But for the time being, I'm going to give the extra credit point to Evan here. So let's say a solid 3 out of 5 for $12. Now I know it's not going to probably be 12 for everybody. For most of you, probably be closer to 15. But Evan Williams bottles are so close in the price point, and they do escalate. They do level up with every little bit, every few dollars they add on to it. This one here is under $20 almost. Not the Hero Edition. This one I think was no, it was the same price. That's what was crazy about it. It was the same price. So they had the regular 1783 small batch sitting there, and then a Heroes Edition sitting right next to it. So when I went back and saw that, I'm like, huh, what's this? Let me try this out. And I went back later that evening, picked up a second bottle. And then I went back later on and bought 2 1.75 liters. Should have bought all of them that was down on that bottom shelf. And then we drank a lot of that over the second half of 2025. And then, yeah, we had to keep this in the back of the closet so we don't touch it. Waiting for 2026 edition to come out. Please, Evan Williams, let's speed things up. At least drop us some info. We're almost there, man. We are almost there. My fair price for this, I don't know. I mean, I'll leave it alone. $12 out the door, we'll leave that alone. Would I buy this again? As I said, I just might, just to go ahead and confirm that it was me and it's my fault that did this. But anywho, I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see how bad things get on the final pour episode. Come back if you're curious about that one. But anywho, in the comment section, love to know where you're at. What are you drinking? What's going on in the world of libations around you? Have you had the Evan Williams Green Label? Have you even thought about it? Yeah, I didn't think about it either. But yeah, I saw that. I'm like, what the heck? Did we skip that one altogether? Anyways, as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this one. But I hope it's just my fault, Evan. I'm sorry. I did you wrong. But you earned it because of that commemorative BS. Ooh. That's okay. We're solid.